Do you want a truly passive income from your real estate investment? Then your return on investment doesn't start after you buy a property. It starts with the questions you ask before the deal. Many people own real estate, far fewer actually earn passive income from it. That's because real estate doesn't generate passive income by default. It becomes passive only if you combine the right property, the right location, and the right rental model. Today, we'll walk through how that works in practice using a real case study from a high-demand tourist destination. You'll see how condos and villas stack up in terms of entry costs, ROI, and ease of management. So, you can build a rental strategy that's easy to manage or even completely hassle-free and fully handled by professionals. Welcome to our channel. I'm Artyom, real estate investor and co-founder of Insight Estate, your trusted partner in smart, well-informed investment decisions. If you are building or planning a real estate portfolio and want it to actually work for you, hit like and subscribe. Every week, we break down numbers, risks, and real-world investment cases. Let's start with a simple question. Why is real estate considered one of the best tools for passive income? It's because if you set it up right, you buy once and get paid for years. A good property in the right location can generate monthly cash flow through rental income and at the same time grow in value long term. But here's the catch. Real estate isn't automatically passive. You don't just buy a property and watch the money roll in. Oh yeah. You need a structure, a market with demand, a property that fits that demand, a rental model that actually works, and an operating team managing it. But who's the king of it all? Of course, it's location. For example, today we're using Phuket, a paradise island in the Andaman Sea in Thailand, as a real-world case study. Why Phuket? Because it ticks all the boxes for a passive income strategy. Thailand is a high-demand tourist destination. The country welcomed over 36 million visitors in 2024. That's more than before the pandemic. You've got both condos and villas, different formats, different returns. You can invest 100% online without the hassle of travel and logistics. You have favorable ownership legislations for foreigners. And most importantly, there are licensed management companies that handle everything for you, from marketing to guest check-ins to maintenance. So for international investors, especially those who don't live locally, this creates a real opportunity to earn income without turning your investment into a second job. Now that we've covered why real estate can be such a powerful tool for passive income, let's look at how that actually works in practice. In this video, we'll compare two types of investment property: villas and condos. We will compare real numbers, entry prices, return on investment, management options, risks, so you can figure out what fits your investing goals. Both variants can generate rental income, both exist in the same market, and both come with management services that take care of daily operations. But the strategy behind them and the outcome might be completely different, and differences may surprise you. Let's talk about villas first. On the surface, they seem like the ultimate investment, right? Sea views, private pools, high-end design. These properties can easily rent for a few hundred to a few $1,000s per night, depending on the season. And the returns, some villas on the island are projected to show up to 150% return over 10 years. Great examples here are luxurious Banyan Tree Beach residences, Vista del Mar, or Aurora villas. So yes, villas can absolutely generate impressive passive income. But here's what most investors don't realize. With high returns come higher risk and responsibilities. First, entry price. You can buy a villa for a few $100,000, but when it comes to beachfront, great view, and higher nightly rates, you are looking at $1 million, $2 million, $3 million, $4 million just to get in. That's not exactly low-risk capital for the majority of investors. Second, seasonality. villas often depend on short-term premium rentals. That means greater income during high season and lower occupancy off-season. Third, maintenance demands. Each unit needs to be looked after independently. Villas are usually standalone houses with more space, more systems, and eventually more things that can go wrong. Even if you're working with a professional management company, the property is more complex to maintain than a condo unit. Pools, gardens, rooftops, plumbing, security system, it all adds up. And while a good team can handle it, you are still looking at higher operational risks. And finally, liquidity. If you own a unique villa with a view, beach proximity, legendary management company, it's easier, but not every villa is easy to resell, especially if it's just a generic villa or it's too remote. So when does it work? Villas can be a great strategy if you are targeting the luxury market, you have the capital to go in strong, and you work with a licensed operator that runs the business for you. That way, you keep the returns without the stress of managing it yourself. This type of model can work especially well if you are looking for a second home, and having it as a source of income is just a nice bonus. A great example here is Vista del Mar, one of my favorite high-end projects, which offers full privacy, a hillside location with a magnificent panoramic sunset views, and strong demand during the mid to high season. As a result, it's not only a great option for your vacation home, but also projected to generate a solid annualized return on investment of 11 to 12% through short-term rentals and capital gain. If that sounds like something you'd consider, feel free to reach out. I will be happy to share a short list of properties that match this strategy. Link in the description below. Hey, but is there an easier way to generate income? Of course, if your goal is consistent hands-off income with a lower starting point, there is another strategy to consider. Now let's switch to condos, the other side of the passive income equation. And let's be clear, condos aren't just a cheaper option, they are a completely different investment strategy. Yes, the entry point is way lower. You can start from as low as $70,000 or $80,000. But what that means is more flexibility, easier portfolio scaling, and lower risk with each property. Plus, typically, condos are easier to manage. In many cases, these properties are offered with licensed rental programs or hotel-style management, where the operator handles everything, from check-ins and cleaning to pricing, marketing, and guest support. That's what makes them ideal for hands-off income. Let's look at the numbers. Take a project like Vega, a resort-style condominium in a high-demand tourist area, with modern design, premium amenities, and hotel-level management. By the way, this is our scores for the Vega project. It's part of our unique in-house scoring model that evaluates each property across almost 200 criteria. Studio units in Vega start from around $100,000, and the projected ROI over 10 years is close to 200%, thanks to strong demand for short-term stays and fully managed rental operations. It's one of the most accessible options for building passive income with minimal effort. Or take the Tidal Serenity project, a modern condominium just steps from the Nai Beach, one of Phuket's future growth engines. It combines tropical design, hotel-style facilities, and consistent demand from tourists and long-stay visitors alike. Current projected ROI is 128% over 10 years, making it a solid option for investors focused on steady income and minimal involvement. With the potential casino zone coming to the area, demand will surge, and so will returns. Or consider Zero, a new residential project in early development designed with a focus on energy efficiency and reduced environmental impact. It offers modern design, smart building systems, and a fully managed rental model. Being at the early stage, it gives investors access to entry-level pricing and the projected ROI of almost 200% over 10 years. And here's the key advantage. With a lower entry point in absolute terms, you can diversify your portfolio. Instead of putting all your capital into one villa, you can build a mini portfolio of 2 or 3 condos in different locations, or even with different rental strategies, short-term versus long-term. Or you can enjoy better prices if you acquire several units in the same project, boosting your returns even further. That's one of the smartest ways to build stable, passive income through diversified managed properties that fit your budget, risk profile, and cash flow goals. If you're exploring property options as a source of passive income, I've put together a selection of projects that are best suited for this strategy. You can download the full list using the link in the description. It includes key details like projected ROI, cash flow scenarios, and projects overview. And if you'd like help choosing the right option for your goals, feel free to reach out. I'll be happy to guide you through it. So, villa or condo? By now you've seen the key differences. Villas offer higher nightly rates, stronger positioning in the premium rental segment, and decent ROI if managed well. Condos give you lower risk, low entry point, and a more predictable hands-off model opportunity to diversify with the same budget. Both can generate passive income, but the right strategy depends on you. Here are 3 questions to ask yourself. What's your budget? If you are working with a budget of up 300,000 USD, condos are your most realistic entry point, and you can even diversify into multiple projects. Second, how involved do you want to be? Villas may need more attention or at least more trust in your operator. Condos with rental management are usually more automated and better for investors who want a passive setup. Third, will you use the property yourself, or is your goal purely income? If you are looking for a second home, a place you will enjoy yourself, then it makes sense to choose what you love. In that case, rental income becomes a passive bonus that helps cover your costs. But if your goal is to maximize returns with minimal effort, then well-managed condos often offer the most efficient path. They combine strong projected ROI, lower risk, and full-service rental management. And of course, it doesn't have to be either-or. You can build a balanced portfolio with a lifestyle property you will use occasionally and a few income-focused condos that generate steady returns in the background. We've just covered 2 completely different ways to invest in property and earn income without working for it. Now the next step is yours. Whether you are starting with 1 unit or thinking long-term about a portfolio, what matters most is that you build a strategy that actually fits your life. That's what we do at Insight Estate. We combine expert analysis with real market data to help investors make smart, confident decisions. If you'd like help building your own plan, I've put together a free investor pack just for you, with ROI breakdowns, sample scenarios, and a step-by-step framework to help you get started. Click the link in the description and contact me. I'd be happy to walk you through the best options for your goals and budget.